Hello, this is Dan with the rest of the news. TROTNews, Wednesday. The solstice is today at 23:09 GMT. In the States, 7:09 East Coast, 4:09 West Coast. As the days now become shorter, and of course they become longer in the southern hemisphere, where it's coming on winter. There is a special solstice webcast from the Slooh Space Telescope this evening, SLOOH. The place to be, though, is Stonehenge, as it has been for perhaps 5,000 years at the solstice. There's 6 months now to make travel plans for December 21st, although the weather in England is nicer now. This evening, local time, Stonehenge opens at 7 and closes at 8 tomorrow morning. It's an all-night party. Admission is free, but you will not be allowed entry with large quantities of alcohol or drugs, and no flaming torches. And don't look for Julian Assange there either. He took sanctuary yesterday in the Ecuadorian embassy in London to avoid extradition to Sweden. So, what's up with Ecuador? Well, it seems President Rafael Correa and Assange are kindred spirits. Correa was interviewed by Assange recently on his TV show, and HuffPost says they swapped jokes and messages of encouragement. And Ecuador appeared to actually offer asylum to Assange back when WikiLeaks first went public in 2010. Venezuela wants a big rock back from Germany, a beautiful pinkish 35-ton rock called Grandmother by the Pamon Indians of Venezuela. The massive red boulder now is a center point of a Berlin sculpture park, since it was brought there in 1997. Back home in the Catamia National Park in Venezuela, there is also a grandfather stone, and legend has it that if the pair become separated, disaster strikes. Since grandmother stone's removal, there has been drought, pestilence, and a mudslide. It is a beautiful rock, and grandmother is pictured on the Rest of the News Facebook page. There's another festival this week at Cannes, France. It's the Cannes Lions, devoted to the art of advertising. Yesterday, Facebook's global head of brand design was all set to make what he called the biggest speech of his life. Paul Adams walked on stage and absolutely blanked. He just couldn't do it. He had freaked. People fidgeted, murmured. Paul excused himself, walked off stage, somehow got it back together, returned, and knocked it out of the park. Later, he compared the event to some of the growing pains experienced by Facebook lately. Paul Adams suggests that Facebook is returning people to a time like before the Industrial Revolution. That's a time known in history as the Dark Ages. Adams said information moved then only as fast as people did, and you knew who to trust, and personal relationships were everything. In a somewhat lofty speech, he went on to tell the creatives, formerly known as advertising executives in the world of madmen, to build their worlds around ancient insights, as sharing is a means to an end, as we build relationships and manage our identities as we've done for thousands of solstices. See you tomorrow.